somebody with a live camera. It's ridiculous.
I was here first.
That's right.
I don't care about the camera that was here first. He was not.
number 2 about to get underway for the Pens versus Valley Forge. Cam Shaddish's line is going to get the start. They earned it after last night's performance. This line's been playing well together. Strong forecheck, a couple of goals. And they'll get the start today. Landon Michael with the puck. He's going to skate it up ice, swings it over to Monheim. Monheim plays it up to Maury. Maury gains the zone, slides it through the cross ice. Sullivan hustles over to the corner, does a good job keeping it in. Picked up by Valley Forge below the goal line. Monheim on a pinch. That icing's going to get waved off. Franco's in net today. He's going to play it and leave it for Michael. Michael behind his own goal line gets it up to Maury. Maury skating into your screen here. Pulls into the near corner. Puck comes back out to center ice. Markey fresh on. He looks for a quick up to Shaddish. Could have been too many men on the ice. Shaddish and Maury staying out there. Puck coming around the boards. Edgar's on. He's waiting for the puck to get free. Now bounces over to Markey. Backhands it to Stahl. Stahl to Maury in front of the net. Loose puck. Rebound. What a save. Gabe Edgar with a close range shot and a beautiful pad save by Valley Forge. Stahl retreats below his own goal line, gets it to Markey. Quick up to Ferguson. Ferguson's got Egger. He's going back in. Egger on his backhand, chips it up to Stahl, plays it right back down the boards to Gumenis. Gumenis circling to the top, plays it over to Markey. Markey's long shot gets knocked down by Egger's stick into the corner. Egger now to the top of the circle. Smartly plays it into the far corner, allows Ferguson to play it over to Gumenis. Gumenis now puck along the near boards. Good battle there by Valley Forge, causes the puck to come out of the zone. Gumenis in the zone by himself, making a couple people miss. Big save. Good goaltending here from Valley Forge to start. Ferguson now to Loya, leaves it for Monheim. Monheim behind the goal line, throws it out back to Loya. Miscommunication there. Monheim now circling back out. And that's going to be an icing. .12:28 left in the first. Pens controlling pace of play. Great saves by the goalie for Valley Forge. Burkheiser's out there with Julius and Reeling, Monheim and Loya. Burkheiser has it, takes a shot, tipped down out of the air by Julius. Picked up now by Reeling in the far corner. He cycles it down low, no one there. They're gonna rim it around the boards, but not out as Loya pinches in. Loya behind the net, circling, plays it up to the point to Monheim. Monheim back to Loya. Loya down to Reeling. Reeling to Julius. Julius to Monheim. A lot of passes for the Pens right now. Burkheiser slid it over to Loya just out of his reach. Turnover there, going the other way. Good stick by Loya. Picked up by Reeling. Reeling's gonna play it in deep on his backhand, allow Burkheiser to chase. All the play here for the first 3 shifts been in the offensive zone. Now Maury and Sullivan back out for their second shift. Shaddish is joining them. Michael with a shot from the point. Pad save. Just getting out of the zone. Now Shaddish tipped into Maury. Pens still playing with 5 defensemen. Caulfield's going to be missing all weekend. Big miss for the Pens. Certainly a great offensive player as well as a strong defensive stick. So the Pens will be shorthanded on the defensive side. Also short one forward. Gunnar Morgan getting close to getting back on the ice. Skated with the red jersey this week. Looking forward to getting him back in January, and the Pens will finally be fully healthy, ready to roll into the second half of the season. Maury passes over to Markey. Markey's going to gain the zone. Slides it across. Shaddis touch, pass, shot. Not sure what it was, but it's just wide of the net. This might be the first zone entry of the game for Valley Forge. Good check there by Michael. Shaddis quick up ice. Makes a man miss, dribbling through some traffic, sticked aside by the goalie. Valley Forge goalie was very large. Oh, Shaddis takes a big hit. Slow to get up, that was a big hit. Egger now, 1-on-3, brings it into the zone. Now smartly pulls it up, plays it back to the point to Stahl. Swings it to Loya, finds Gumenis. Gumenis' pass cross ice to Egger, broken up. Plays it back to the point. Loya with a strong pinch, but his pass to Gumenis gets picked off. They flip it out to center ice, and Gumenis gloves it down. Gumenis gets it up to Ferguson. Now Gumenis gets it back, circles behind his own net, leaves it for Ferguson. Loya, nice pinch there, strong in the blue line, gets it to Ferguson, but off his skates. And all Valley Forge could do is bang it out of the zone. Stahl's going to retreat to pick it up. Franco hasn't been tested just yet. Ferguson now is the closest anyone's been to Franco. Ferguson's just going to keep skating it. And around the net he goes. Backhand pass to Michael. Puck into the far near corner. Monheim's there. Comes up to Reeling and out of the zone. Michael's back though, he gets it over to Burkheiser. Burkheiser plays it around the boards to Michael. Michael's pass gets knocked down. Good scoring opportunity here for the Valley Forge, and they're banging away. Loose puck, still loose. And Michael finally gets it out of there. Great saves by Franco. And that one keeps the game scoreless. Reeling comes away with a steal. Leaves it back for Julius. Julius rifles a shot high and wide over the net, but Monheim's there. Plays it back down around the boards. All the way around, no one's home. Puck comes up to the point. Michael strong on the blue line. Puck's left for Reeling. Reeling shoots, save. 8:08 left in the first. Great scoring chance for Valley Forge. Franco up to the task. A couple of rebounds. And then Michael swooping in to clear out the puck. Face off one, back to the point. Markey's gonna retrieve it. Markey plays it down to Burkheiser. Burkheiser through some traffic up to Stahl at the point. Stahl shot off Reeling and wide of the net. Stahl's gonna slap one now on net, rebound, loose puck. Julius bangs at it, comes away with it. Plays it up with his backhand to Markey. Markey right back down the boards to Burkheiser. Burkheiser fakes leaving it, makes two people miss. Plays it up to Julius. Out into center ice. Julius and Reeling gaining the zone. Now Julius going on his backhand shot, trying to get on his forehand, shipped it over the boards. Julius with a big hit. Got the attention of the fans. Now Reeling picks up the loose puck. He's gonna go on a wraparound chance. That puck gets knocked away. Stolen by Shaddis. Shaddis leaves it for Mowry just as Reeling was getting off the ice. Puck comes all the way back to Monheim in the defensive zone. Up to Mowry on the boards. Nice pass to Shaddis, who cuts through some traffic. Shaddis with speed the other way, gets hooked. Now Mowry comes away with the free puck. Mowry puts it on his backhand. Puck comes now up to Monheim. Monheim shot, good save, big rebound out to the point. Loya's there, keeps it in at the blue line. Up to Shaddis on the half boards. His pass is gonna be intercepted and going the other way for a breakaway. Valley Forge, here they go. Shot on the glove, save by Franco. And Franco plays it. Franco keeping the game scoreless. And another quick shot on net and a save by Franco. 6:03 left in the first, and a dynamite scoring chance for Valley Forge. Franco with a beautiful glove save. D-to-D pass got intercepted, and Valley Forge was off to the races. Jimenez to take the draw. One back by the Valley Forge. Long shot just wide of the net. Edgar now chases. Bucking behind the net. Left for Markey. Markey looking over his options. Now Jimenez is going to circle back behind the net. We saw him do this yesterday. He went coast to coast through about 4 people. Now this time he's going to pull up, play it back to the point. Michael with a shot from the point, tipped by Edgar just high over the net. Ferguson leaves it for Jimenez. Michael down low for a nice shot. That's his sweet spot right there. Jimenez found him. Good save. Valley Forge goaltender is a large goaltender. It looks like he moves well. Great saves to start the game. And Franco's going to leave this one for Markey. Markey now up to Jimenez as Valley Forge is in a change. Jimenez gains the zone. Tries to cut through some traffic. Good sticks. Knocked away by Valley Forge. Puck comes bouncing out to center ice. Loya plays it over to Ferguson. Ferguson dangerously back to his own zone, but now he gets it up to Loya to Burkheiser. Burkheiser's going to gain the zone. Reeling shoots, save. Puck coming out to center ice, and Julius is going to be there. His pass intercepted, that'll be the late offsides. Good scoring chance for Reeling. Puck got knocked away from Burkheiser. Sitting in front there for Reeling. Face-off controlled by Valley Forge, dumped into the zone. Bounces out to Burkheiser with speed. He's going to gain the zone. Looking to make a man miss, and he does. Shoots on a short angle. And the puck gets out of the zone. Stahl, we're going to try it again here. Julius backhands one into the zone. Reeling gets there first. Puck now played back up to Loya at the point. Loya slides one over to Stahl. Stahl with a shot tipped by Burkheiser just wide of the net. Played out to Stahl at the point. Shot and tipped into the net. Out of the air by Burkheiser. A beautiful tip. On a shot from Stahl right at Burkheiser's body. Tipped it in. And that puts the Pens on top 1-0. Valley Forge shoots one in from center ice. Glove down by Franco. I love how Franco's playing right now. Keep the play going. He gloves it down, leaves it for Monheim. His pass to Sullivan's going to lead to an ice. 3:27 remaining in the first. 1-0 Pens on top. Franco has withstood a flurry of rebounds right in front of the net as well as a breakaway to keep this game where it is. Face-off one by the Pens. Sullivan plays it up to Mowry going through center ice. Valley Forge is a strong defensive team. They're always back in good position. Really clogging the center of the ice, but that's a great pass from Mowry to Shad. It's just going to get the tip on. Now it comes out to Mowry in front of the point. Now Sullivan with a rebound shot. Great saves back to back. And Valley Forge goaltender putting on a show right now. Mowry on his backhand. His pass gets deflected out to the point. Monheim gets there just a moment too late. They retreat to their center ice. Puck stolen away. And thrown deep into the corner. Monheim's there, plays it up ice to Mowry. Mowry gains the zone, throws one on net and a save. Gumenis is going to come on ice. Puck comes back from Ferguson to Markey, back to Ferguson. Ferguson spinning out of some traffic. Make it two-man miss. He shoots it iron on net and another good save. There's nothing that's going to reach.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. If it dies, I'll go for myself.
No.
It's just on energy saver.
That's fine. So okay, so I'm gonna
Just go until it goes black.
Can you text me the link and I'll do it from my phone?
Yes. Thank you.
You need this? Okay.
Thank you for doing this. Running into some battery issues on my laptop. Mental note to buy myself a new laptop for the scoreboard. Egger's pass to Stahl doesn't connect, and the Pens are going to retreat back to their own defensive zone. Markey over to Egger. Egger with speed, gains the zone easily. Takes a hit, but keeps going right through the traffic. Now he knocks a guy down. Hard hit there into the boards. Puck back out to Stahl. Backhand pass from Ferguson to Egger. Shot and a goal. Snuck it in just underneath the blocker, it looked like, between the arm and the blocker. Ferguson passed that one and found Egger. Close range as the Pens go up 2-0. Kaiser wins the draw hard across the ice to Monheim, who gets it up to Reeling. Reeling pulls up, leaves it for Burkeiser. Nice play there to control it. He shoots it to Julius, bouncing puck in front of the net, but picked up by Valley Forge. Valley Forge is going to throw it in deep. Monheim and Loya out there defensively. Monheim plays it back behind the net to Loya. Now he plays it up the boards. Reeling leaves it for Burkeiser, who swipes it over to Loya. Loya's going to join the rush. Julius shoots it on net. Big rebound. Up and out of the ice. It's not going to be an icing. Reeling's going to retreat to get it. Puck got over to Burkeiser now. Burkeiser leaves it for Reeling. Reeling to Julius. Oh, his pass just got knocked down. Julius was on the back doorstep, wide open. And that's going to be an icing with 15 seconds remaining in the first. "16 seconds, I should say. 2-0, Pens on top. Goals by Burkeiser and Egger. Shadish wins the faceoff forward, punched forward by Mowry. Backhand pass, just couldn't connect. And that's going to get shot all the way down to Franco. Plays it out to Markey. And Markey's going to hold it, and that's going to be the end of the first. 2-0, Pens on top. All good. Thank you. Puck coming out to Michael. Second period starting here. Markey with the puck gains the zone. Shadis with a nice hit on the forecheck. Now Sullivan into the near corner, plays it back to Michael. Michael over to Mowry. Long shot from the point, tipped just wide by Shadis. Sullivan up the boards to Markey from the point. His shot. Walker save into the corner. Mowry and Shadis battling here. Puck stuck in the corner. 3-on-2. Now the puck comes out to Shadis. Shadis tries to center one through to Edgar. Mowry with a shot just wide of the net. Comes all the way back to the point. It's Loya with it. Loya swings it over to Stahl. Stahl going for another shot. That one got through on a pad save. Sharp shooting from Stahl today. Gumenis and Shadis almost got too many men on the ice. Edgar now plays it back to Loya, who walks into his shot. His shot just wide of the net. Rimmed around the board. Stahl plays it back down to Gumenis below the goal line on his backhand. Gumenis over to Stahl. Stahl pass, cross ice, broken up, but Gumenis retrieves. Back to Stahl. To Gumenis. He's going to drive to the face-off dot. His shot gets blocked down. That couldn't have felt good. Loya now at the blue line. Plays it up to Gumenis. His shot, his pass, I should say, sticked out of the zone, and Stahl's going to retreat to pick it up at the red line. An onslaught here to start the second period. All Pens at the moment. Edgar now with a full head of steam. Drops it for Gumenis. His shot, glove save through some traffic. Quick reactions there by the goaltender. We'll get an offensive zone draw on a change with 12:45 left in the second. 2-0 Pens on top. Burkheiser and Edgar with the goals. Burkheiser wins the draw back to Michael. Rifles one out of the zone to Julius. Plays it back to Michael. Michael leaves it for Monheim. He's going to skate it up with some speed. Now Julius gets it. Monheim crashing to the net. Puck's loose and gets out. Burkheiser covering for Monheim. He's back in good position. Nice back check by Julius. Reeling just out of Julius's reach. That's going to be an icing. Could have been a breakaway. Takes the draw, plays it around to Markey. Markey on his backhand to Sullivan. Shadis backhands it out to Mowry. Mowry with a rifle of a pass to the back door, couldn't connect with Shadis. Stahl plays it up the boards. Shadis behind the goal line now, rims it around for Sullivan to get there. Sullivan pokes it ahead to Mowry. Shadis below the goal line, tries a centering pass. Good defense there by Valley Forge, and out the other way they go. Good defensive play there by Stahl, rubs his man off on the boards, allows Markey to pick up the loose puck, gets it to Sullivan on to Mowry on a breakaway. The Big Rig Jr. to his backhand, just wide of the net. Great pass there, got Mowry an opportunity of a breakaway. Forge tries to get it out of the zone. Stahl strong on the blue line, keeps it in. Gets it down to Mowry. Backhanded pass to Sullivan, broken up. That one is going to get out of the zone now. Comes all the way back to Markey, who circles in front of Franco. Finds Sullivan. Sullivan up to Gumenis. He tries to slap one over to Ferguson. Now he gets control of the puck. Skating up ice with speed into the zone. Drops it to Edgar. Edgar back to Loya at the point. Plays it over to Monheim. Mannheim shot, blocked down, picked up by Valley Forge. They're gonna flip it out of the zone for Mannheim to glove down. He throws it right back, picked up. Should be an icing, they'll wave it off. Just short of the red line, but they'll count it. 10:30 and counting, 2-0, close game here. Mannheim's gonna skate it. Slides it across to Gumenes. Gumenes fighting through some traffic, gets it up to Ferguson. Now back to Egger at the point. Good keep in the zone by Egger, and he makes a couple of people miss, making 3 people. Shoots it just over the net, though. Ferguson, nifty little pass, backhand pass to Mannheim at the point. His shot doesn't get through, and Valley Forge will bang it out of the zone. Gumenes circling on his own blue line. Plays it up to Loya, who gains the zone. Loya leaves it for Ferguson. A dangerous play there, as no defensemen were back for the Pens. Now Ferguson's going to skate it up himself. Gets knifed away. Now Markey at the point. Markey's stick gets tied up. Plays it to Julius. Down to Burkheiser. Back to Julius. Nice give and go there. Couldn't connect. Should be an icing. No icing. I guess they thought Markey could have gotten there. Maybe. He's got a lot of ice. He's just going to skate it up himself. Markey into the offensive zone. Still looking over his options. Now he plays it back to Michael. Slides it over to Burkheiser. Burkheiser slides it to Michael, going back door. Puck gets knocked back to Michael at center ice. Julius's pass gets broken up. Pens will regroup at center ice. Puck gets knocked away there. Michael back in good defensive position. Scares the defender out of a shot. Now Stahl with a lot of ice in front of him. He's just going to skate it up. Slides one across to Julius. Julius now drops it for Burkheiser. Burkheiser shoots just wide of the net. Stahl with it at the blue line. Shadish leaves it for Reeling. Reeling plays it over to Stahl. Stahl with a shot and a tip down and another rebound. Julius and Shadish both got there. Now Reeling picks up another forecheck with a steal. Looking over his options now. He's going to skate it in. Shot, big pad save. Backhanded out to Loya. Loya shoots high and wide over the net. Shadish is there. Gets it to Mowry. Poked away for the moment, but now the Big Rig Jr. gets it back, puts it on his backhand centering pass, and out of the zone for an icing. Second period's been all Pens, but the goaltender for Valley Forge keeping this game where it is, 2-0. Sullivan on a nice forecheck off the face-off. Allows Mowry to swoop in to pick up the puck. Now he plays it up to Shadish, who gets hit from behind. Another big save. Loya with a slap shot that doesn't get through. Shadish leaves it for Sullivan to Mowry. Mowry finds the corner of the net. Blocker side through some traffic. Each line producing one goal this game so far. Burkheiser, Egger, and now Mowry. 3-0, Pens on top. A short blocker side low. Great placement through some screen traffic. And the Pens will come out to take the center zone draw. It's going to be Gumenes, Egger, and Ferguson with Mannheim and Michael. It's going to be an icing right off the face-off. 6:46 left in the second. Now it's 3-0 Pens on top. No shots on goal here in the second period for Valley Forge, as Franco's yet to be tested this period. Jimenez wins the draw to Edgar, plays it back to Monheim at the point. Down to Ferguson, he swims through a little bit of traffic. Now he crashes into the referee. Puck comes into the near corner. Michael on a big pinch. Puck comes out to Edgar at the blue line. He keeps it in, now he just throws it in, and now that's gonna be another icing. Valley Forge content with just getting the puck out of the zone at the moment.
Here we go, Blue!
We managed to take the draw to the left of the netminder. Wins it clean back to Michael at the point. Slides it over to Monheim. His shot gets knocked down, but Ferguson's there for the rebound. Good save. Ferguson dances away from some traffic. Now on the half boards. Circles back to the top, the blue line. Ferguson plays it down to Jimenez. Jimenez looking, now he's circling. No defenseman up top, and that's going to be a shot from Jimenez and a tip in by Edgar for his second of the game. Jimenez threw one in on net from the top of the circle, and Edgar with a beautiful tip. 2 tip goals today for the Pens. Tough to get much else by this goalie for Valley Forge, but it's now Pens 4-0 as Edgar puts his second of the game in the net.
Hey, look good. Just clean yourself up.
Matt Edgar stopping into the booth to celebrate his son's 2 goals.
We'll take the next break. We're going to talk about, the importance of clean filters and proper maintenance.
Nothing like
It looks
Wickstone
good.
Hot Tub to service your property on a Saturday morning. Puck coming all the way out to the defensive zone. It's going to be Markey back first. He's got Stahl, Burkheiser, and Julius out there with him. Markey now up to Julius, who's got some ice. He'll take it. Now it gets knocked away for Markey. Markey dangles through, gets it to Julius, plays it over to Burkheiser. Burkheiser's shot. Nice save by the goalie. 5:22 left in the second period. Penn's trying a new face-off formation here a couple times this game. Burkheiser wins it to Markey, over to Reeling. Reeling shoots it for Burkheiser's stick, and a nice deflection on net. What a good save. Nice set play for the Pens there. Won it back to Markey, when Stahl and Reeling had switched positions. And Burkheiser's tip got just saved by the goalie. Now Julius has it. To Burkheiser, below the goal line. Now Julius has it. To Reeling. Reeling backhands one over to Markey. Markey with a pass through the ice. No one's there. Now Reeling has it. Backhands it to Stahl. Plays it back to Reeling. He's curling. He passes it over to Burkheiser. His shot saved. Loose puck. Still loose. And eaten up and frozen there with 4:39 left in the second. I already gave you a shout out last week, and I didn't get any royalties. So.
It's a little chilly out here today.
Mary with a big shot and a save. Wickstone Hot Tub slashing their prices this weekend by 50%. Mention Ben Reeling's name and you'll get a quality discount.
You can still get you hot and wet by Christmas.
We are live on YouTube, all right. Shaddis drops passes for Mary. Mowry now circling below the goal line. Plays it over to Shadish, back to Sullivan. Loose puck in front of the net, diving save. And the goaltender laying on the ice. He's exhausted, 30 shots on net. He's done phenomenal. 4-0. Pens on top. Not reflective of the amount of shots on net right now, just being eaten up by Valley Forge. Valley Forge here with a little bit of speed. Shadish snipes back with Sullivan. Causes an interception by Loya. Gets it up to Mowry. Puck's going to get iced again here by Valley Forge. The momentum's certainly on the Penn side, and they're trying to capitalize here. Puck played from Mowry down to Ferguson. Ferguson over to Michael. His shot tipped just high and wide over the net. Played up to Markey. Gets rubbed off the puck below the goal line, but Egger throws a good shoulder and a hit. Puck still loose, getting rimmed around by Gumenis. Up to Michael at the point. His shot stick down. It might have been a defenseman that sticked it down. Didn't get on net. Gumenis takes a big hit into the boards. Plays it over to Markey. Markey rims it around. Gumenis is a little slow to the bench. Now Burkheiser's going to be fresh on the ice, though. Ferguson tries to swim through a little bit of traffic. Puck gets knocked out of the zone and out of play. .239 left in the second period, 4-0. Pens on top. Face-off won by the Pens. Battle on the boards. To Reeling, his shot over the net. Stahl on the blue line, nice keep there. Tough play, kept it in, now Reeling controls it. Kicks it to himself. Backhands it up to Julius. Backhands it over to Burkheiser. Tries to dangle through a little bit of traffic. Loya with a nice keep at the blue line. Great defensive work here for the Pens. Loya now plays it back to Reeling at the point he was covering. Over to Stahl, back to Reeling. Reeling shot on net and eaten up. Good puck movement for the Pens. And another save for Valley Forge. Burkheiser to take the draw. To the left of the netminder. This one's going to be picked up by Valley Forge. They rim it around, but Loya is going to be there. Now Burkheiser swoops in to keep it in the zone. Burkheiser looking over his options. Tries to slide pass through short angle. Loya, another amazing keep. That one had a lot of speed on it. It came up maybe about knee high, but he kept it in the zone. Really get through some traffic. Now he slides it over to Burkheiser. His shot, big rebound, save. Nice shot. Reeling swoops in for a steal. Puck up to Loya. Just out of reach of Reeling. Puck back to Loya. Loya. With some space, he shoots and scores! Loya going top shelf over the glove. Took it off the boards and in. Reed gets a nice little celebration there on the bench, well earned. Pens up 5-0 now. Pass attempt on, almost on net. Good defensive play there by the Pens. Sullivan gets it out to Mowry. It's that over to Shadish to Monheim. Takes about 2 people to hit, doesn't go down. Sullivan plays it to Mowry. Mowry with a big shot just wide of the net, looking for his second of the game. Puck's loose in front of the net, and the goalie doesn't have his stick. Or the goalie does have his stick. Someone else lost theirs, but he freezes it here with 53 seconds left in the second period. Mowry looking for his second. Mowry wanted to give a shout out, as everyone else says, Uncle Richard from Hungary watching. Might be one of our most distant fans geographically, but one of our biggest. And Mowry showing off his skills today. Hopefully making Uncle Richard proud. He's gotten goals in 3 straight games. And that's how you get that fan support. You got to produce, and Mowry does, and Uncle Richard appreciates it, and we appreciated him watching today. As I hear, he always does. Shadish is going to bull rush his way into the zone, leaves it for Sullivan. Puck comes out to Shadish. To Sullivan, who drills one into the zone. Puck comes up to Stahl at the blue line. His shot just below the goal line. And Shadish with a huge hit, and they're going to call that interference. But that was a big boy hit. Roughing is the call. Might have been a step too late. It was a substantial hit, as Shadish often does. Those are big hits. The backup, yeah. They're good. The goalie today is phenomenal. And we're about to start the third. Penn's up 5-0. Edgar's on to start the penalty kill with Ferguson, Stahl, and Markey. Franco didn't take a shot on net in the entire second period. There were several good scoring chances, at least 2 in the first period that Franco was up to the task. Now on the penalty kill, the Pens are kind of just content to play catch in their own defensive zone. Now Stahl's going to skate it up to the red line. Now he's just going to keep going. Shoots it into the near corner here. Edgar's there, going to pick it up. Great looking penalty kill at the moment. Edgar with a shot squared up by the goalie. Good penalty kill for the first 33 seconds for the Pens. Edgar Ferguson is going to stay out there with Markey and Stahl. And the puck's won back by Valley Forge. They're going to get this one out. Kicked out, though, into center ice. Stahl picks it up. Plays it over to Markey. Markey's going to flip this one on net. Whoa, bouncing puck. dangerously got on net. Ferguson on a nice forward check, comes away with a steal into the near corner. Plays it up to Gabe. Now Gabe's gonna backhand one down to keep it in the zone. Edgar retreats it and gets it to the red line. Now he's gonna just pull it back, kind of skate in his defensive zone. Flicks a backhand pass up to Ferguson. Ferguson with 20 seconds all alone in the offensive zone, tries to skate through some traffic. And with 10 seconds left, what a penalty kill here for the Pens. Loya is out there. Ferguson's still on there. Ferguson's out there the whole penalty kill right now. Monheim swoops in. He's out there with Loya. The referee gets in the way of Monheim. Creates a turnover. Nice back check by Gumenis to break that up, though. Pass out of the zone as Reeling and Julius come on. Puck's picked up by Loya. Loya to Reeling to Gumenis. Gumenis to Monheim. To Julius. Puck's behind the net. That's not going to be an icing. That was a pass out of the zone. Loya's going to swoop in and pick it up. Gets it up to Julius. Tries to back one hand into the zone. Now he does. Reeling knocks it away to Burkheiser. Makes a man miss. It goes backhand and in. Beautiful goal there. Reeling deflected it over to Burkheiser and in. Burkheiser got it at the blue line. Made a man miss, made another man miss. Beautiful backhand goal. His second of the game. 6-0, Pens on top. Josh Mowry making the best decision of the morning with the running clock. I don't want to say he was influenced by anybody's text messages, but the big rig making a big decision, and we're going to see ourselves with a running clock. Big Rig Jr. now putting on the brakes. Mowry, Big Rig, and Big Rig Sr. are both in the box over there. So who knows who preempted this running clock, but it's a thing of beauty. And Franco is going to play the puck here all the way down on an icing. That's the first time he's touched the puck in over 18 minutes of game time. 6-0, Pens on top. 2 by Burkheiser, 2 by Egger, 1 by Mowry, and 1 by Loya. Sullivan plays it up to the point. Markey dancing around some traffic. Good pass from Sullivan to Mowry on his backhand. Michael keeps this puck in the zone, throws it around the boards. Mowry's there, first man on the puck, plays it down around the boards to Shadish. Shadish has it now up to the point. Markey's there, tip shot, deflected into the corner. Good hit by Michael. Now Mowry has it, slides a pass through, can't connect. Tried to find Shadish on the back door. Good attempt, but a good defensive play by Valley Forge. Shot pad save. Shadish got that one on net. Sullivan gets knocked off the puck there and just out of the zone. Markey takes a hit but gets it to Michael. Fast pass up. Shadish gets knocked off the puck, but Mowry's there. Mowry shoots, save. This goalie just squares the puck up so nicely. And that's shot number 40 for the Pens. Phenomenal game here by Valley Forge goaltender. This could have been a running clock situation from significantly earlier in the game. Gumenis' line's out there to the left of the netminder, taking the face-off. He wins it back to Stahl, but just out of the zone. Stahl retreats to the red line, gets it over to Loya, back to Stahl. Leaves it for Edgar. Edgar with a full head of steam. He's crossing over. Now him and Ferguson get confused on who's going where, but they get it together. Now here we go. Ferguson below the goal line to Edgar. Edgar on his backhand. Mohawks through a little bit of traffic. He lining up a shot, gets it poke checked away. And Valley Forge didn't even try to skate it out. They just were content with dumping it out to our zone. Stahl retreats to Gumenis. Gumenis kicks it up ahead. Knocked away though. Now Edgar has it. Edgar makes another man miss. A lot of slick stick handling today for the Pens. That was Ferguson cutting down. Whoa. Gets it over to Gumenis. Egger looking for the hat trick. He's in primetime scoring position right now. Loya looking for his second of the game. Gets it on net. Big rebound. 9:20 and counting. Ferguson with his shot into the belly of a defender. Loya there on the rebound. Circling back to Gumenis. Gumenis now rifles a pass cross ice through the skates of a defender to Ferguson. This puck gets knocked away to Loya, plays it over to Stahl. Stahl down the boards to Gumenis, who gets rubbed into the boards. Gumenis bounces off of that quickly, gets it to Stahl. No defenseman for him to slide it to as Mannheim just got on the ice. Now Egger's there. Egger leaves it for Burkheiser, who's fresh off the bench. Burkheiser going for his hat trick. Great save and bounced that off his shoulder and into the netting. Burkheiser, fresh on the ice, just walked into that shot, and it was a beauty. Great save off the shoulder of the goalie and into the netting. And out of play. Burkheiser wins the draw over to Reeling, who plays it back to Burkheiser, up to Markey. Markey's shot, blocker save into the far boards, and that's going to be iced. Burkheiser wins his face-off forward. Reeling's there. Save. Backhand attempt. Knockdown. Burkheiser wraparound chance. Not a wraparound, but he turned around. And another icing there. Oh, they're going to wave that off, saying Mannheim touched it. Not accurate, but okay. We'll play it. Keep this game action moving. Markey behind his own goal. Slides it over to Burkheiser. Burkheiser, with that speed, gains the zone. Puts it on his backhand. Plays it back to the point. Markey with a shot. Big rebound. Almost gloved down there by Mannheim. Markey skating this one up ice. Puck now out in front of him. And Markey banks one in. They're not sure if it went in or not. They're going to say no, it did not go in. Markey looked like he tried to bank it in off the backside of the defender. No goal. Six nothing, 6:20 and counting. Running clock here for the Pens. Franco hasn't seen a shot on net in the second or the third period. Shadish out there now with Sullivan and Maury. Good forecheck pressure by this group. Maury now comes away with a steal. Centers it out to Shadish, who just couldn't get a good shot off. Great look from Maury to Shadish. Those two moving the puck so nicely together from behind the goal line. Now Maury has it, waiting for his team to touch up. He puts it on his backhand, shoves the defender off with his offhand. Puts on the brakes, throws his man to the ice. Puck comes out to Michael at the point. Michael walks into this shot, knocked down and iced out by Maui Forge. So maybe it won't get there. That puck had a lot of weird spin on it. It does get there, but they're not going to call it an icing. It's fine by me. Michael gets it to Loya. Plays it to Sullivan. They didn't ask me, but if they had, I would have told them it was fine by me. Sullivan now skating into the zone. That puck gets knocked away, and there's a breakaway chance for a moment. For Maui Forge has had a couple of their good offensive looks today. Maury back the other way. Centering pass to Shadish, who tipped that one just wide of the net. 5 minutes and counting. Now Sullivan lines up a shot. That one gets knocked down out of the air. Valley Forge gets to the red line and gets it in deep. Franco, there he is. He touches the puck every now and then. Markey Gets rubbed off this. Good check though. Shadish comes in and cleans up the rest. Mowry to Edgar. Edgar making people miss. Edgar with speed, throttles down now. Takes a hit from behind, but absorbs it into the boards, and that should be an icing. Plus we've stopped playing icing altogether. And 4:20 left in the third, running clock. Franco really working on that full ice pass. That's been his most active play of the second half of the game. Retrieving the icing puck, shooting it down the length of the ice. Gumenis to take the offensive zone draw to Edgar, Ferguson, Markey, and Stahl. Edgar lining it up. Oh, he wanted it. I thought he was going to rip one. Markey, long shot, just tipped wide of the net. Gumenis now behind the goal line. Gumenis now to Markey. Markey to Ferguson. Ferguson circling. Now he's got a lane to shoot. Couldn't get the shot off. Now it comes out to Edgar. They're all trying to line up the perfect shot, but Edgar through many people. Put it on his backhand. Tough to beat this goaltender. The Pens know they got to put on one of their better shots to get it past him, or at least a tip, which they've done twice this game. Markey down to the half boards to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Markey. Markey to Edgar in the slot. His shot just wide of the net. And that's going to be iced. Oh no, Franco came out to play it. Just keeping himself active. Gumenis now tries to tip this one ahead. Shot on net. There's a shot on net from the red line. It counts. Does it count? I'm pretty sure it counts. Burkheiser makes a couple people miss, including himself. Ferguson now into the zone, 1-on-3. He's going for it. And he shoots. 2:35 in the game. 6-0 Pens on top. Faceoff comes back to Monheim at the point. Plays it over to Julius. Julius to Burkheiser. Burkheiser on a wraparound chance. It just got out. Valley Forge is going to ice it again. Not a terrible strategy here with a running clock. Burkheiser with that wraparound chance going for the hat trick. Face-off controlled by Valley Forge. Puck bouncing down to the red line and picked up by Landon Michael. Michael's going to throw it back into the zone, allow Julius to go on the forecheck. And that's going to... Oh, Franco says no icing. No, sir. Monheim up to Reeling. Reeling slides it over to Michael. Reeling to Julius, back to Reeling. To Julius. To Reeling, to Burkheiser, looking for that hat trick. Now it comes out to Reeling, gets it back to Burkheiser. Here he goes on the backhand. And a nice save. What can you say? That's almost 50 saves for the young man in net. Phenomenal performance. Burkheiser made a big push there for the hat trick. And with 49 shots on net, this game is winding down in the last 20 seconds as Shadish takes the offensive zone draw. Played over to Loya. And with 15 seconds, Loya's going to drop it for Mowry. Just out of the reach of Shadish now. He keeps it in. Oh, just poked away from Mowry. The Big Rig Jr. still battling below the goal line. 5 seconds remaining to Shadish. 1 second, and that's going to be the ball game, everyone. 6-0. Franco pitching a shutout. Entertaining himself. He's going to shoot on his own net. That's going to do it, everyone. We'll see you this afternoon where we play the Colonials, which you might remember from Quebec City. Not from the ice, but from the bar. Looking forward to reconnecting with them. See you this afternoon, everybody.